Hey, what's going on, guys? So today in this video, what I'm gonna be talking about is something um, more so that happened recently on Friday Night SmackDown last week. Um, and as you can see by the title, you already know what I'm gonna be talking about. And I'm usually like ranting about WWE and stuff like that, but I wanted to, I've made a couple of videos here and there where I'm just like talking about WWE casually, just certain things, and this is gonna be one of those. I'm just going to be talking about it, certain things that have happened, not really ranting, but just talking about certain things. And that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Like, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, pretty much Naomi, the thing about her character is that she had a lot going for her. Before like she had even left. And I really liked her character and where they were going with her, and I was glad that she became champion. And yeah, it was a big moment, when I saw her win the title. I was like, oh my gosh, Naomi's the champion, and I was happy about that. And then obviously, it sucked because she lost. She had to vacate it because of her pregnancy. I mean, pretty much Money in the Bank was wasted this whole year. You know why? Because both champions had to vacate their title. Naomi had to vacate it, and so did Seth. They both had to vacate it. For different reasons, but like Seth, he had the injury, so now he has to vacate it too. So yeah, we're gonna get new champions now, which made Money in the Bank, pointless. And obviously, things happen. It is what it is. But man, Money in the Bank was pretty much pointless. I mean, you could have kind of avoided that though, at least for the men's side, if you would have just made fucking LA Knight the Money in the Bank winner and have him win the championship. Like, he could have been champion by now, bro. LA Knight deserves it. And obviously, the direction they're going with him just eating pins all the time, and losing, I just don't see it happening for a long time. Like, it's just stupid as hell, bro. But anyways, enough of that. Naomi, though, like I said, her character was just great, and I really liked her crazy, just unhinged character, because it's like the acting, it was good. First of all, her acting with it was good, but also I liked just the story with Jade and Bianca, and the emotion behind all of that, and just the matches that Jade and Naomi had, especially like the one that, like, I think it was, where was it, Evolution. That was good, and so to me, like, yeah, like, I feel like Naomi had a lot going for her, and unfortunately she got injured. But the thing is, though, is this whole time Naomi was trying to tell us, bro, she was like, Jade is a terrible person. She's using Bianca. She's leeching off of her. And that's why I took her out, I took her out because she's not, she's a terrible person, a terrible friend. She's just using Bianca, and that's why I pushed her onto the windshield. Which, by the way, that happened in like November of 2024, and we didn't even get it revealed until, I think, I think it was in, I'm trying to remember. I think it was it was in March when we finally got it revealed. Literally, like, 4 months later, we finally got it revealed that it was Naomi. Because obviously, Jade had came back, but they played that storyline off for so damn long. Why? I don't fucking know. That's just so stupid. But like but this whole time Naomi was trying to tell us that Jade was a terrible person. And it turns out she was right all along, because Jade Cargill just turned heel on Friday Night SmackDown. She attacked Tiffany and pretty much became a bad guy now. She's a villain. So Naomi, she was right about Jade this whole time. Like, it's crazy to me, because like obviously we really don't know what Jade, if Jade was actually like using Bianca, like that whole thing. But it's just the fact that like Jade literally turned heel not even a year later. Like her, her, what Naomi was saying about her this whole time was pretty much accurate because now Jade has turned heel. So it's like pretty much Naomi is pretty much went heel because of Jade, and now Jade is a heel too. So it's like it's just crazy. I don't know. I can't fathom that because Naomi is supposed to be like this um justified heel, right? Like she's supposed to be someone that's um became heel because she was tired of people like Jade just like using taking advantage of Bianca and just like walking around doing whatever they want and getting away with it. So and then with Bianca like no longer wanting to be her friend, pretty much Naomi snapped, because of those two things with Jade and Bianca, and she became a heel. She like literally said, I'm not the good girl anymore. I'm now, vicious and I'm a villain now. So she was supposed to be positioned as this justified heel, and like I said, we don't know for sure like what really happened between Jade and Naomi. Like obviously, what she did was a heelish move because of that. Because we don't know what if, like there was no proof Jade did anything, but like it's the fact that she was literally calling her a heel before she turned heel, and now Jade has turned heel. So that means this whole time, who knows what would have happened if Bianca was still here right now, and Naomi was still here. Who knows? Maybe Jade would have actually started, you know, manipulating Bianca and Naomi behind the scenes and maybe betrayed them and attacked them. So maybe Naomi, what she did wasn't actually wrong all along, because it like it could have been fucking Naomi the one that got pushed towards the windshield, you know? Like she could have been the one that got attacked and pushed towards the windshield and had her, had to stay off for months, you know? So yeah, that so I feel like Naomi in long term, she did the right thing in a sense, because like who knows what would have really happened, like if Jade was still if like what's it called, if like Naomi, Jade, and Bianca were all still together, who knows what would have happened. Like Jade could have betrayed them and like been using them this whole time, and like ended up betraying them and then turned heel on Tiffany, and like yeah, that could have and like Naomi and Bianca could have been the ones getting injured by Jade. So in the long run, Naomi was right about Jade this whole time, and in a sense she was kind of in the right to attack Jade and push her on the windshield, because who knows what Jade would have done if Naomi was still here, and Jade could have betrayed her by now, and Bianca, if they were both still here, like so. In the long run, you could see it as like Naomi was right and she did the right thing, but yeah, so like it's interesting to me, like just having these kind of like these people that turn heel because of someone else being a terrible person, but in that moment that other person is still being portrayed as a face, but then they end up becoming that other person becomes a heel. So then it's like, oh my gosh, the other person was right about this person, right? It becomes that kind of thing. And so it's like, oh wow, they did the right thing. They just did it way too early, right? It's like that's kind of like the way you could see it, because yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, so Naomi was right about Jade Cargill all along, bro. She was right about her. And to be honest, I felt like Jade was gonna turn heel on Friday Night SmackDown anyways, because the way she was dressed, like she had like that like white outfit and like black leather pants, or like no, it wasn't leather. It was like I don't know. But you know, like she had that outfit and she had like the spiked collar around her neck, um, and and just had like um you know, like these, just she was like kind of wearing all white and black. I don't know, just something about everything she was wearing just felt off. Like she just felt like kind of like heelish, you know. And then like she just randomly like started being overly friendly with Tiffany as if they're friends. They're not friends, so it's like she was like, it's one thing to come out and save her, but then to like, you know, be like lifting her championship up in the air and like just like hugging her and like raising her hand and you know, like, you know, like shaking her hand, like all that stuff. Like it just felt like way too much. So I felt like there was something off. I was like, is Jade gonna turn heel? And then she did. So I was like, damn, what the hell? So yeah, it was pretty much but it was still like, damn, like it was shocking, and I'm excited to see where that goes. Obviously it might be just be another shocking shock value moment, because you know, like I said this before, bro, Triple H, he does this fucking shock value stuff multiple times. He likes to do it, um you know, just to get people all riled up, like all excited, and you know, to get people tuned in to watch, and you know, because it makes him more money and TKO more money. So obviously he's just gonna do this shock value shit. But I don't know. I'm a little optimistic. You know, maybe this heel turn goes somewhere, and you know, she could be a heel with as a champion. Like I would love if fucking Jade Cargo won the championship off of Tiffany. You know, I would love that, because I can't stand Tiffany, bro. I fucking hate Tiffany. Like she's just such a terrible champion. I've talked about this, but man, like I just hope Jade Cargo could finally get her moment and win. Cause like bro, you gotta understand, a lot of the matches we're seeing on Saturday Night's main event for the championships, that you know, like it's literally a whole bunch of rematches. Like Drew McIntyre versus Cody, that's like a rematch because we've seen this already 2 other times for the championship. Rusev versus Penta in the triple threat with Dominic Mysterio for the IC. Like we've already seen that as well multiple times. So that's also a rematch. And so is Jade Cargo versus Tiffany. We've already seen that too multiple times for the title. So we're getting a whole bunch of rematches for the title, and it's kind of fucking stupid if Triple H is like, oh, you know, let's just make everyone retain. Why the fuck would you do that then? Why would you do that? I mean, I don't really care about Penta or Rusev being champion or even Dominic. They all suck. But man, you at least got to switch. You got to switch somebody with the title. You can't just like have everyone just retain. Like, why would you even? Like, that's just so stupid, bro. Why have all these rematches and have it be on a Saturday Night's main event if no one's gonna, you know, no one's gonna get rid of lose their title, you know? So it's like, I really hope Triple H and his fucking AI actually do something good, you know? So, yeah, hopefully Saturday, you know, we get some championship switches, and so, you know, even Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch, I'm assuming that's gonna happen soon, but not on Saturday Night's main event. But that's a rematch as well. So yeah, pretty much, whole bunch of rematches. But yeah, pretty much. You know, Naomi was right about Jade Cargo, bro. She was right about her, and it's interesting because now, like, Naomi, she's still playing this heel character. Because like, if you go on social media, she's still playing, you know, that character as, you know, being that way still. So I'm assuming that she's still going to be a heel when she comes back. But I wonder what she's going to say about Jade Cargo. Like, she's going to probably be like, I knew it. I want to see it, because like, it makes sense. Like, why would you not do that? You know, I want to see that. Just have her have that I told you so moment, you know. And kind of like, you know, have a rivalry with her again, you know, because she showed her true colors. I wouldn't mind that just one more time, and that's really it. You know, you can do that. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. Like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.